Welcome back to Ta-Da 3D Printing. Today I want to talk about the business side of 3D printing and some things to keep in mind to make sure that you really are making a profit with your business. So I recently added another aspect to my 3D printing business. Before I was just selling online, and I decided to open a booth at a local gift shop, so more retail side. And I do have a video that goes into a little bit more of the journey of that. But now that I decided to close it down, I wanted to talk about my final numbers and some things that I learned for you to keep in mind. So my total numbers for this booth that I had for 11 months, I sold 46 items. And my total sales were $332.56. You know, $332 in some scenarios can be a decent amount of money, but for 11 months, it's not very much, about $30 a month. And at first, I really was focused on my filament costs. Filament costs were about $46.50. And that is assuming, of course, that it was just the portion of the roll that I used for that item. This is also for just the items that I sold, because the items that I did not sell, I am going to bring back and put on my Etsy store. So I'm not out any on the things that didn't sell. But if you just are looking at the filament costs, that sounds pretty okay. It's not for the time frame, but to be up $286 doesn't sound too bad. But I did have to pay commissions. I have 15% commissions on those sales. So that's almost $50. So that drops me down to $236 and change. Still, you know, profit. But the real kicker for me was the rent. I ended up paying $123 a month in rent for 11 months, just over $13.50. And when I was breaking it up in my mind, $123 a month does not sound bad, because what I liked about this space is I would set it up. I didn't have to man it. I didn't have to take it down. So it was different than like a market day booth that I spend the time setting up. I'm there making the sales through the weekend, and then I have to break it down again. There's a lot less labor on me to have this set up and leave it set up. Also, there is a different sales clerk that's handling the transactions. So I felt like for an entire month, 4 or 5 weekends, $123 sounded good. And I think it is a decent, reasonable amount if your quantity of sales is enough. Because as soon as I add in the rent, I'm upside down over $1,100. And, you know, it's a little bit at a time. I also had setup fees. You know, to make the shift, I already had a lot of the stock, but I've spent money on packaging. The little barcodes that we put on, the tags, the bags, the labels, all of that, I spent about $150 on just packaging. Then setting up, although I 3D printed my shelves and my brackets and my hooks, I still spent about another $150 on just filament for all of the display. So that's about $300 in setup costs. Again, not a lot of money if you are continuing to improve. But even for May, I sold under $75. So even just that doesn't cover my rent for the month. So, you know, you really have to look at your business and see how much time are you willing to give it so that you can give it, you know, time to grow. This was a new store. I wanted to make sure that the traffic was where it was going to be. And also I made some adjustments throughout the time to see if certain things would sell better, and some did, but still I couldn't get the quantity up to make it worth it. So with those additional setup fees, I'm upside down $1,416.83. The things that are not included that need to be factored in, especially if you have this is your only venture. Some of the things that I already feel like are absorbed by my other business are some of my labor costs. I actually do have 2 girls that help me, so I'm paying labor. It's not just my own. And then also where you are building it. When I first started the booth, I had a shed on my property that was my print shed. So I didn't pay rent. Electricity and internet were part of my utilities already, so I really didn't have to factor in a lot of extra. In January, we moved here, and now I have rent, but utilities are included, except for internet. So I have rent and internet that are separate. So those are additional things to factor in. Even if you're just using a room in your house, you have to figure that opportunity cost of that space being taken up. Is it worth what you're making? And, you know, really it's a personal decision of how much is worth it. But in my feelings, any kind of upside down for any length of time, it's not going to improve. It's not going to be worth it. There definitely is a lot of businesses that take a couple years to get off the ground. But for me in this scenario, I felt like it was better to close it and focus my attention on the things that were making money. So I hope this helps you keep certain things in mind when you're opening a 3D printing business. I think that it is totally possible to make a profit, but sometimes it's easy to trick or confuse ourselves or mix things up and feel like, okay, well, my filament costs are only 50, 60 cents and I'm selling it for $10, I'm making money. But when you factor in the quantity that you need in order to cover some of those costs, it may not actually be making money in the end. So let me know if there's other things that I did not include. The main other one that I would also want to factor in is the machine running cost as well as maintenance. And those are things that, again, I feel like I've already kind of absorbed from the other part of it. But of course, if this local gift shop had taken off and I was mostly focused on that, it would need to cover those things as well. So let me know if there's any additional things that I left out. If you would like to see more videos like this of breakdowns of costs, or if you would prefer more of the tutorials or more jumping into the minis and my Etsy side of things, feel free to leave that comment below. Thanks for watching.